Hey everyone, this is Captain Kyle, and like many of you, I watched the Snyder Cut. And while I enjoyed it overall, there were a few scenes that had me saying, what the f*** were they thinking? Today I'll be sharing 15 of those scenes and why I was scratching my head. So here we go. Let's start with Wonder Woman.
Number 1.
She's facing off against terrorists who just want to blow up 4 city blocks. No demands. Crazy, but I can accept that. But why did they have a timer? Press button, you go boom. Wonder Woman couldn't stop you then.
Number 2.
Wonder Woman deflects an entire clip from this automatic rifle this guy is firing. She's fast. So I figured while the guy is reloading, she can run up to him, grab the rifle, knock him out, no problem. Instead, she blows him up and half the wall. The property damage is cray-cray.
Number 3.
All those kids she saved, and none of them took pictures of her with their smartphones? No one asked for a selfie? That should have been all over the news. And then her co-workers wouldn't have to say, what are you doing in your spare time? On to Cyborg, and yes, I love the development they gave this character in this cut, but
Number 4.
nice way to give this struggling woman some money. One person helped, millions to go. But is the bank gonna be a little suspicious about a contest they ran that they never heard of? Does she claim it on her taxes? And is the IRS gonna want a piece of this? There's just a lot of stuff that's up in the air here.
Number 5.
Cyborg also notices a software glitch that's keeping the Bat troop carrier from flying. Leaving aside that an inanimate object wants to fly, why didn't he speak up right away and get it fixed instead of waiting like 20 more minutes of runtime? It's a minor what the fuck, but the timing seemed off. Now for the faster and lighter member, the Flash, who,
Number 6.
amazingly, while saving the girl of his dreams, thinks to grab a hot dog out of midair for the doggy daycare job he's applying for. Just seems he wasn't totally focused on saving the girl.
Number 7.
Speaking of that job and how his new boss isn't going to wonder how her window exploded outwards, is she not also going to wonder about why he suddenly has no shoes? And if he could move fast enough that he had time to grab a hot dog, couldn't he have just taken the time to kick off his shoes? On to Aquaman. And speaking of shoes,
Number 8.
he's wearing boots every time he goes into the water, but they're gone when he's swimming around. How many boots does he have? Are they good in water? He just hides them, or is he constantly buying new boots? No wonder he needed that money from Bruce Wayne.
Number 9.
Speaking of walking into the water, he finishes a bottle of booze and then throws the bottle down into the water or onto the rocks. We don't exactly see where it lands, but he litters. Kids, I imagine in much nicer weather, might swim around there. Plus the whole don't throw trash in the ocean thing, it's kind of big with Aquaman. But the biggest what the fuck was
Number 10.
when Aquaman was going into the sea and this choir of women was singing. What was that about? That went on way too long for my taste. And then one of them took a big old sniff of his discarded sweater. Does it smell fishy to you? Or maybe like low tide? I'm not sure what that scene was supposed to convey. It's got a really obsessed fan base. Are we talking Aquaman or Jason Momoa? Now on to Superman.
Number 11.
We see Clark Kent's fully clothed corpse floating in the ship before the mother box brings him to life. But the energies, they're so powerful it burns away all his clothes, except for his pants. Is the mother box kind of prudish? Somehow the energies blasted away his shoes, but left the pants intact. These heroes definitely have some shoe issues.
Number 12.
Why was he buried in Clark Kent's grave? How would they get the body, which I'm sure the government was keeping an eye on, to Smallville? People in the government now know that Clark Kent and Superman are the same? Seems strange. And related to Superman, we have Lois.
Number 13.
I'm not sure what kind of message we are conveying with this strong woman basically not going to work after losing the love of her life. Yes, some time off is definitely warranted, but the comic book Lois got back to work pretty quickly. On to Batman, the only guy without powers on the team, except
I'm rich.
Number 14.
Now I understand helping out Martha Kent and getting the farm back, but why didn't he just give her enough money to buy the farm? You know, kind of keep his high profile name out of it. Why did he buy the bank? Are people gonna wonder why Bruce Wayne purchased a bank just to help one foreclosed farm? Seems like there are better ways to do this. And finally, the introduction of the Martian Manhunter, an alien with abilities is on par with Superman, but he can change his density, shapeshift, and he's telepathic to boot.
Number 15.
His contribution this whole epic was to disguise himself as Martha Kent and tell Lois to get back to work. And he knew all about Martha's struggles and didn't find a way to help her out? And does he not think that maybe Lois will see the real Martha and thank her for the visit, and Martha's gonna be clueless about it? How is that helpful to Lois? And speaking of helping, with all his abilities, instead of joining up with the Justice League to protect the planet, he felt impersonating someone's mom was the best use of his powers. What the fuck? So that's my list. 15 what the fuck moments in the Snyder Cut. Again, I'm not hating on the movie. It was enjoyable even with the unnecessary slow motion and the weird nightmare of Batman's that just didn't fit with anything at all, except for the Kryptonian ship's prediction that restoring Superman was a bad idea. All those seeds and they won't go anywhere more than likely. But did I miss any what the fuck moments? What didn't make sense to you? Let me know in the comments below. You can also check out these other fun videos over here, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Follow us on the socials and visit our site at fandomspotlight.com. Until next time, have fun and follow your fandom.